Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. Now, this video is going to be headcanons, no, just headcanons of Thomas Hewitt, aka Leatherface, and what he would be like for a Pregante listener, which I assume female Pregante, so we are going by that. Pregante listener, and how he is with the kids that they have in the future. So yes, this is what we're doing, these headcanons. So let's do it. But first, disclaimer. Thomas Hewitt is obviously not Yandere a canon, and this is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Sipping for fictional characters and fictional Yanderes is fine as long as you are not illegal or gross about it. Separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. This is just for fun and not to be taken seriously. And obviously, his mental capacity is a little bit adjusted, so he is not fully unaware and such. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this, and let's do it. So, you headcanons, yes, headcanons, little. Uh, Thomas Hewitt is actually really good at being a father. He was raised right by Luna May and knows how to be a good father. Of course, this is after he becomes a cannibal with his family, and family is very important to him. By this time, you have been one of the survivors from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but also you stayed with Thomas, more being kidnapped and manipulated, gaslit, and basically brainwashed into being part of the family. Of course, there are times when you want to escape, but at this point, you cannot because you are pregnant. You could not go back to life the way you had it before. You were pregnant with Thomas Hewis, who was your husband. He is a good damn husband as well. He takes care of your needs, is respectful, though he does love to make a lot of rough adult fun time with you when he is intimate because he just loves you so much. And he does it on his own strength sometimes, but he is being more careful with you pregnant. He does not want to hurt you or your guys' baby. He's very gentle with you and tries to abstain from penetrating you. Very sensitive of him, and he just wants you to be taken care of and healthy and happy. He, of course, makes sure that you eat all your healthy meals, all your veggies, all your fruits, and all of your human meat. He also makes sure it's cooked all the way. He's not stupid. He knows that human meat is not good as cow or pork meat, and even then, cow and pork meat had to be cooked all the way. He's not an idiot. So he makes sure it's cooked. Sometimes it's overcooked and a bit rough, but it's better than you getting parasites and getting sick or getting the baby sick. He's very loving and super affectionate. Love holding you on his lap, having his hands on your belly, or having his face pressed into your belly as he loves feeling the baby kick away and hearing the baby move around in it. He loves it. He adores it. He adores you. He adores your baby. He cannot wait to have more with you. Oh, he is not going to be able to keep his hands off you, girl! Girl! He is so loving and affectionate, but also very passionate. He also carries you a lot of places when you have trouble getting up and down the stairs. He is a strong boy, and he can carry you with ease, taking you from place to place. He also takes you to a nearby pond since it's no longer in a drought and lets you swim around. But he makes sure that you are wearing shoes while you swim around so you don't accidentally step on any of those damn druggies' needles. You did not want to get sick again. He is very diligent in keeping you safe. He also is very loving and even with his even more loving and affection, but of course, he can't let you go or escape, so he still does tie you to bed. One wrist, though, so you can sleep more comfortably in his arms, spooned against his chest. He also cannot let you go to the hospital, so he's trying to ease your nerves about having a home birth. You are terrified, and he's trying his best to make you soothe and show you that it's okay. When it comes to the home birth, oh, good lord. Good Lord, it is terrifying. You are bleeding a lot and trying to give birth. If you are able to give birth with a regular birth without needing a C section, it will be quick and painless. Well, not painless, but it'll be quick and without any added help. Of course, they have kidnapped a doctor at this point to help you with childbirth if it is a C-section. When it is a C-section, he is hovering over the doctor as he cuts into you. You have just been given a little bit of alcohol and some. Yeah, you just been given a little alcohol and are basically having a home C-section. As the doctor cuts into you, he is ready to cut the doctor's head off if he tries anything to hurt you or his baby past the point. He doesn't fully understand what goes into a C-section, but he knows that it's needed to keep the baby healthy at this point. After you are taken care of and patched up, he takes you upstairs to the sterile room that him and his mama worked on to have you rest. Of course, they've stolen things from hospitals as well. At this point, he is also taking care of his newborn baby. No matter the gender, he will probably name them something sweet or kind or just very formal in some sense of tradition in the Texas area. He loves his child and he loves you. He also is very with you, having you hold your baby and having skin to skin contact with your newborn so you can have just affection to your baby. Once you have enough strength, he will be able to have you nurse. But before that, he uses formula because even though he thinks that you should be able to nurse, he knows you are in pain and that you need to rest. Once you are better and he makes sure you are better, he if you didn't live, well, the doctor was going to begin it. Once you are taken care of and you're in the clear, the doctor does get unalived as well. And you end up healthy in either way because he took all the precautions. You are very lucky about that because if you did not make it and you did die, he would be devastated. He would be so mournful, lost in grief, and going on a rampage. But eventually he would calm himself down to take care of you and your child. He is actually a very good father in the sense of being a traditional father. He's never hard on them. He may be a bit firm with them, but he never lays hands on them. He is sweet and kind to you and cannot wait to make the family grow bigger. After all, family is everything to him, and you are his family, and his child is his family. You will always be together forever, no matter what. With a little girl, he would be very protective, and he that would be Daddy's little girl. She would be his maybe favorite out of the children. The boys would be raised up strong and tough, and able to protect their sisters and their younger siblings, very much so, and would be raised to help with the farm and help with the hunting of human meat and all that. And the girls would be raised to have families and to expand the family bloodline and eventually kidnap boys of their own and to take them in. Thomas is very protective of them, so if anyone ever hurt his kids, male or female, he would unalive them very, very fast. He is a good father, though he's not the smartest tool in the box. He does try to help them learn all the education they have. He tries to have them to have a better life, but also instill them that family is everything, and that family always comes first, no matter what. He also teaches your boys to make sure that you never leave, because sometimes you're silly and you wander off. You are now tied down with your family, and you know you can never leave because you love your children, and deep down you do love Thomas too. It's just hard to admit when you have those horrible memories of the first few weeks you were with him. He is always supportive and always kind, and always reminds you that he loves you and loves your family, always and forever. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you would like to see more, maybe I can do a mini series once Spooky Month shows up. Spooky Month does not start in June, unfortunately, because of the Pride Month, which I love Pride Month, but I also love Spooky Month, and also I love Spooky Pride Month, which is basically just Pride and spooky characters and Pride characters, and yes. Anyways, if you would like to see a mini series of Thomas Hewitt slash any Leatherface or a mixture of all the Leatherfaces into one character. I do have an idea of like uh Leatherface being having a childhood friend who moves away and who ends up coming back into his life years later, and he keeps her alive, her or him alive. I will have a poll for it shortly after this video comes up, so keep an eye out for that and comment what you would like to see with that. And yeah, anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed. And Patreon outro. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron and artist for the channel. Thank you, Gav. You are fabulous. And thank you, Wicked Brony, for being my second patron. Thank you, Wicked Brony. You are just as fabulous. And yeah, suggested videos at the end and all that stuff. Yeah. Check it out. Make sure you're still subscribed because sometimes YouTube is silly and unsubscribes you and it sucks. Like, oh my god. And yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Also, here's the secret outro of the outro after the outro. That's the secret outro of the outro. If you stayed this long, you know that there is a question at the end. And the question at the end of this is, would you, if you could be, okay, would you rather be a normal person and die in a horror movie? If you were in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, would you rather A, be unalived as one of the victims? You're not going to be a final girl or final boy. Or would you like to be converted and become a part of the Hewitt/Sawyer families and become lovers with Leatherface? But drawback is, if you do that, you have to end up being a cannibal and living in Texas the rest of your life as a cannibal. That would be tough. In the Texas Chainsaw Massacre universe, I'd probably do it. But in real life, I wouldn't because I have weird texture with food and gross. And also, I would miss my love muffin. I cannot lose my love muffin. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Tell me what you would choose in the comments below.